Righty-ho, here we go. Right, as you can see, this video is a gameplay video and review of El Capitan Trueno, which was released by Dinamic, the Spanish company, in 1989. Now, I never knew an awful lot about Spanish games back in the day, and I first encountered this last year when I did a look at 10 Spanish games. Now, the Spanish Spectrum scene was incredibly strong, and there were some great games come out from Spain, and the Spectrum has still got a really big fan base out there. So I found this when just looking sort of through World of Spectrum, and I included it in that video, and I meant to come back to it and do a standalone review of it because I quite enjoyed it, but I never actually got round to it. I believe it's based on a famous Spanish comic book hero, and the game has you playing as mainly the main protagonist, El Capitan Trueno, as you can see there at the bottom left. Now you also have to play as his companions, Crispin and Goliath. Now Crispin can jump and reach levers and switches and climb ropes. Capitan can fight, and Goliath can just stand there and punch really hard, or if he jumps straight up, he creates an earth-shattering ground pound which kills baddies. So as you can see, I have to use Crispin and, sorry, this is Capitan fighting, and simple enough to swap between the three, just 1, 2 or 3 or whatever you whatever key you define to swap between the characters, and the swap takes place quickly. You'll see here I have to switch to Goliath, jump up and down, and then kill that big tarantula thing. Now, the graphics in this game are really nice, although they are sort of a little bit too over colourful at times, and there is a tendency, as you can see here, for things to be obscured behind foreground details, etc., which can sometimes make things a bit confusing, especially if you're a slow-witted dope like me. Now, this game is really quite interesting because of that sort of three-player, three-character mechanic. And although it's really colourful, Dinamic have included an option to turn the colours off. And once I've played through this particular part, I'll have a go at it with that mode switched off, so you can see the differences between the two. And check it out if you want. Now, I quite enjoyed this game. There is a bit that I can't get past quite early in, which is nothing unusual for me. And I'm wondering whether or not it's a bug, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute. So you can see, switch to Crispin to climb down these ropes. Other slight niggles about this game are there don't seem to be any health replenishment options. There might be later in the game somewhere, extra lives to collect, etc. I don't know, but if you do know, then please let me know. Now, these mice things are a pain in the arse, and basically I've got to go through this underground labyrinth and collect something there, which will open up a sliding wall further up, and then I've got to go through there, and then it gets a bit where I get stuck. So here we go, climbing up through these giant rodents, and running along. Now, it moves really nice, the animation, everything's nice, the colours. Right, this is the bit I get stuck in. You see that ledge there? Right, and then I can't get back out. The wall comes down too quick, and I don't know whether or not this is a bug, because if you die you get stuck behind it, and now I can't collect that diamond thing. So yeah, I don't know how to get out of this bit, so I just have to kind of forfeit the game. Now, there's only another couple of ways I can go without coming into this sort of this part of the tunnel, but I presume I've got to be here so that I can collect something and then get out, but I don't know how to get out of this room, so I don't know whether or not that's a bug, like I said, so I just have to sort of come down. Now, this is a shame. Now, I'm going to be thinking that not many British fans, Spectrum fans, will know an awful lot about this game. If you are familiar with the Spanish scene, or if you're a Spanish Spectrum enthusiast and you know of this game, then please share your comments and memories, as well as your favourite Spectrum games from the Spanish scene. Now, I'm going to go in now and play it with the colour option turned off. Now, obviously the instructions are in Spanish, and the first time I ever played this game I had a right old faff, because obviously defining keys, I don't know what the Spanish for left, right and up and down are, so I couple of times it took me to get it right. Well, I didn't just Google it and find out what word was what and make it much easier for myself. I don't know, but hindsight is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now here you can see things are slightly more obscured because the colour on the main characters has been taken out. The colour on the enemies, the coins, have been taken out, and also little details like the switches on the wall. They're now much harder to see in this version of it. Now, I don't know of many other games that did this, that gave you an option to sort of turn the colours on and off. Again, if you're familiar with any, give us a shout, let us know in the comments section down below. But I found this really interesting, this game, and it's an example of why the Spectrum's a great computer to be an enthusiast about, because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of titles. You can't possibly have played every single one, and that means there's always going to be something new to discover, something that will pleasantly surprise you. There's an awful lot of shit out there as well, don't get me wrong, but there's also an awful lot of great games to discover. Now, I am going to link to my video, the 10 Spanish games that I looked at last year, and I'll put the link in the description below, so please feel free to check that channel, that sort of video out. This is as much as I can show you of El Capitan Trueno. I really did enjoy the time I've had with it, and some of the ideas in it are really, really nice, including the character swapping mechanics that are going on here, and having to use each one's strengths to complete each part of the game. Now, going to bring this to an end. As ever, I hope you like the video. If you do, then please let me know. And if you did like it and you like what you see of the channel and you're not subscribed and you wish to do so, then go ahead. It would be great to see you. If you do subscribe, please make sure that you join in the conversations, share your memories, etc., because that's what it's all about. Now, the video ends. Take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic remainder of the weekend, and goodbye.